Oh, what's going on, guys? Nick from Taxi Garage here, and we are going to do the install of our latest mod that is basically we found out over time between the inconsistencies of the wheels and putting way more power down now. We've come up with a solution for our solid tire here to not slip on the rim. Now, stock carts don't have any issues. Even 36 volts normally don't have an issue. It's normally when you get to a 48 volt or an XL with the extra weight or a big gear on the bottom or way more power. So basically I'm going to show you guys how to install it. Basically you've got 2 grip strips here, 4 stainless bolt hardware, and then the tire. So this can be added on the drop down here. There's adhesive on the back. I'll show you how to install it, and we'll put it together. So stay tuned. Alrighty, so we've got our wheel here. You're gonna have 3 8mm bolts. Some will have the bolts from this side on the wheel, some will have them behind the gear. So essentially you will take, either a hand tool, or at this point I have an impact here from Snap-on that I will take this apart. Okay, so you're gonna have your little bolt, and there are these little teeny washers here. You want to make sure those go back on, and the gear comes off and goes out of the way. Now we'll basically make sure we've got both washers and both bolts, set those aside. So now we're going to use a 5mm Allen to take the wheel apart. Now we already had a solid tire on this wheel, but in terms of putting an install video together, I figured that I would just use this wheel and put a new tire on it. It has plenty of life left, but we'll use it for another time, basically. So you can even see some actually, the bearing will come out of the wheel. Not really a big concern, you kind of just hammer that back in. So this one already had some grip strips on it. Basically you'll see that's why you have replacements. So once you go through a tire, you just peel that off. Sometimes, you can even get away with reusing it, but as cheap as they are, we do recommend to just, replace them. So essentially, you'll just pull that stuff off, and now we'll have a stock wheel. This one's been powder coated, so it's actually a little bit more slippery than a stock one, but you'll have exactly that. So you've got that, and then your center spacer. So at this point, you will take your grip strip, and you will take the backing adhesive off. Okay. And take your wheel, put it on this edge right here. Now you're going to pull a little bit and get a little bit of elasticity there, and it stretches. So that way you can make this radius without it having slits in it, and it actually will hold onto the wheel a bit better. So you get around here, keep going around, and you're going to get to that point, and I usually just tear it, and it makes a little, right there, and you'll have a little bit of extra. You cut them a little bit long just in case, and then you'll do that to the same, way to the other side here. So let me get this adhesive off here on the back, and do the same thing on this wheel. So you will just kind of stretch it, get it around town, and then just kind of pull again because it's just a little long, and now you'll have it installed like this. So essentially you'll now, so this is the threaded side, so you put the threaded side down and you put your center spacer in, your new Taxi Garage solid tire here, set it down. I like to make sure that basically the grip tape, you're not catching an edge there. Alright, you're going to take your spacer here, you're going to take your new wheel, line it up with the hole. Really doesn't have to be, but it's just kind of an OCD kind of thing. Now, it will not sit down. Okay, that is a normal thing right here, where it's not even close to being like a tube tire. It will be very far from touching. Okay, so you'll see here on this edge, I'm gonna pick it up and show you, like it is far away, okay? Like that's just how it is. So, get it down in here like this, line that up, and you're gonna take your new hardware and your lock washer. It does make it easier if you don't use a lock washer first, but I use a lock washer. Get it down, kind of close to there, get that threaded. Kind of hard to see with the camera in the way. Do like to put the axle bolt in here. It kind of helps with the, oh yeah, we need to hammer our bearing back in. So I just take a little socket here and a little bit bigger one. Take a hammer. And hammer it back in. So, it's now back in. Alright, let's retry this, lining this back up here. I can see. Wow, this wheel is very mad with this bearing. Alright, let's try that one more time. Okay, now that we've got this near completion here, we will get our bolt, catch a thread without the washers on it, probably the easiest for most of you. Squeeze the other side and thread it. Okay, so you are going to have to give it a little bit of squeeze on the wheel there. Alright, and then you can take your ratchet or your gun, just be super careful, and pull it down side to side. Okay, when you get to this point is when you can put your other two pieces of hardware, and at this point it's going to be close enough that you can use the hardware with the washer. So that's the spring-loaded washer there, and then you'll grab your one other bolt, which, where did I go with it? Here we are. And then, so we're going to pull it down like that. And just kind of back and forth, you know. Now we are going to take these two back out, the ones that do not have the crush washers on them. But you're going to basically, so now we can see that this one's got a washer, this one doesn't. So take it out. Grab your washer from your old original bolt, put it on there, and down we go. Same thing over here. Oh, that one was already the washer, so that one can go back in its home. And this one is the one that does not have the washer. So we will put the washer on in the hole. It goes. Now these don't have to be crazy tight. This impact just sounds like it's, you know, really turning it, which it will, but it's got a little trigger, so it's just very small amount of pressure there. So now we are complete. So this center spacer will flop around, some it's tight, just depends on how those were machined from Razor originally. You know, basically this kit also, you can add nuts on the backside if your wheel is stripped out. So I've seen that quite frequently, is where this will strip and then you could put nuts and actually continue using the wheel if you wanted with this new hardware kit. So we'll just go back with the gear. Now we do have an upgraded gear kit coming out here shortly. It's actually kind of hidden over here. So I have a 40 tooth prototype. Look at the size of that thing. So that's probably not many people will be able to have enough power for that. But then we also have the, oh, that's the XL one. And then I have a 40 tooth one, 45 tooth somewhere. So here's a 40 tooth. It's that one I tested. So, you know, you do get a little bit of extra oomph. So, we'll just continue putting this on. Kind of run them down. Take the 8mm. Now you don't want to impact those, so I usually will just run them down like that, and then take an 8mm wrench and just snug them, because those are very small, do not need any type of torque, just need to be snug. So there we have it. This is a Taxi Garage solid tire with the grip strip upgrade with the bolt kit. So this will no longer slip on the wheel. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Please make sure you like, subscribe, comment. We really like to hear all the feedback from you guys. We appreciate it. You know, we're always trying to evolve and push the limits of crazy karting, and you know, continually progressing. That's what we're trying to do, and we really appreciate all the support, and hope 2021 is as good as 2020 was for us, despite all of the other crazy stuff going on in the world. So we're going to continue sending it. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Find us on Instagram, check out our online store. We want to continue making these videos for you guys, and we really, really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Continue to send it with us.